friends, welcome to Technique. This is Normal here, and in this video we're going to do the detailed review of the new Moto One Vision. So Moto One Vision is the latest smartphone announced by Motorola in India, and the Moto One Vision is priced 19,999, and this device comes with quite a few interesting hardware. One of them is the in-display camera, and there is also 21:9 aspect ratio. There is also Samsung's 48 megapixel sensor. So a couple of interesting aspects on this device. So this device retails for 20,000 rupees in India. So let's find out how the device fares in this price segment in this detailed review. So let's get started. First step, let's have a look at the design. So the striking point of the Moto One Vision design aspect is the taller display. So it has a 21:9 aspect ratio. That's first of its kind in this price segment. That means the device is a lot taller. You can see that it's taller than the regular smartphones, and the width is kind of compact. So it's a kind of unique form factor. But then a 21:9 aspect ratio gives you much better experience in videos whenever there is support. So that's why Moto has adopted this unique display. So now talking about the design aspect, you can see that the power and volume keys are on the right side. The bottom section houses the USB Type-C port, the speaker unit. The left side houses the SIM tray, and the top panel has a 3.5mm audio jack. On the back panel we have the 48 megapixel camera. It's a dual camera setup, a 5 megapixel secondary camera, dual LED flash, the Moto logo which is placed inside the logo, and the Android One platform is mentioned here. Now the device is made of a 3D glass on the back panel and 2.5D glass on the front, and this actually feels quite good, and there is also Gorilla Glass protection offered. So the design and this build quality is definitely good on this device. It feels really premium for this price segment, and gives a good feel altogether. The taller aspect ratio definitely is kind of weird at times, but then it's still something which is new by Moto in India. So that's the design and build quality of the Moto One Vision. Now talking about the display. As I said before, the display is a taller form factor. It's a 21:9 aspect ratio. So we have seen 18:9 aspect ratio. The traditional aspect ratios was 16:9, then came 18:9, then 19.7:9 also came. Now we have 21:9. That's taller display, and this also has a punch hole display. Now the display quality as such looks really good. It's a IPS LCD panel. You can see that the colors are really vibrant, and the viewing angles are also really good. The touch response feels very smooth, and overall the display quality in this price segment definitely looks good. But one thing what is not that great about the device is the punch hole camera area feels slightly on the higher side, because if you see other smartphones with a punch hole camera, the camera area is definitely larger than most of the smartphones. So that's the only area where it falls short in the the display department. Now moving on to the software. So Moto's One series devices, the Moto One Power and the Moto One Vision, run on the stock Android, and this is under the Android One platform. So this device also comes with a stock Android. You can see that this is the stock Android, and this is slated to get the Android Q and the next version of Android as well. And this will also get 3 years of security updates. That's something which company promises. So if you look at the system, you can see this is running on Android 9.0 as of now, and Motorola has added some features like a Moto Display and Moto Actions. So one button now, fast flashlight, and few other features are there, including customization of the navigational buttons. Then display also has some useful features. So these are some options added. Otherwise it's more or less stock Android, and this is slated to get the Android Q pretty soon. So that's the software experience. So if you're a person who loves stock Android, this is definitely a great offering in this price segment. Now talking about the performance. So the phone is powered by the Exynos 9609 octa-core processor, and the Exynos 9609 is a slightly underclocked variant of the 9610, which we saw on the Samsung Galaxy A50, again priced the 19,999 price segment. But you can see that the device performs really well in terms of performance. It's very smooth performance and no lags whatsoever, and a 4GB RAM helps in pretty good overall experience, and the RAM management feels quite okay, not the best, but still it's quite okay. Now the gaming experience of the device was kind of surprising actually, because it offered Smooth Plus Extreme and Ultra Plus HDR for PUBG Mobile. So that's something which not a lot of smartphones and processors offers at this price segment. So in that way the Moto One Vision stands out unique in this price segment. So overall the gaming experience also feels quite good. Now the fingerprint scanner performance is pretty good, and it's fast. It may not be the fastest out there, but still it's accurate. And there is also face unlock available on this device. You can see the face unlock performance is also quite acceptable. Now the speaker performance is something which is really good on this device. This has dual speakers and there is also Dolby support. So the speaker performance is pretty good. It also comes with IP52 rating. That means it can take some water, but you cannot submerge it underwater. You can take some spills and splashes. That's the protection offered on this device. The device also comes with a 48 megapixel camera. It's a Samsung's GM1 sensor, f-stop 1.7 aperture, and a secondary 5 megapixel depth sensing camera, and it also has this dual LED flash included. Now on the front panel it has a 25 megapixel selfie camera, and the camera interface is definitely redesigned one. So when we did the camera review, we mentioned that there are lots of features being offered. There is optical image stabilization offered, and one of the few smartphones in the sub 20k price segment offering optical image stabilization. Now talking about the camera samples, they come quite good in this price segment. Good details on offer, good sharpness levels, and the colors also looks quite accurate for the most part with the 48 megapixel sensor, and even the portrait mode was kind of okay for the most part, and the edge detection was best we have seen on a Moto device. Now the low light performance needed some improvement, but then there is the night vision mode, which definitely improves the night capabilities, and that's something which is really good on this device. The implementation is definitely good, but the actual low light performance was kind of average. That's the only area where we feel Moto should improve in the camera department. Now the 25 megapixel AI selfie camera was also good, and good details on offer in the selfie department as well. We can also check out our detailed camera review to get an idea about how good the performance is. Now talking about the battery, the device comes with a 3500 mAh capacity battery, which is kind of slightly lower side. We feel 4000 should have been the battery capacity ideally in this price segment, but the battery performance is quite adequate. We could get a slightly over day of performance, and the screen on time was around 5 hours we got. Not a bad one, but still in this price segment a lot of smartphones offer 6 to 7 hours. In that aspect the battery capacity feels slightly on the lower side, even though 3500 is quite a good capacity on this device. Now there is turbocharging available. 15 watt turbocharging is included in the box. So that is a detailed review of the Moto One Vision. So now summing up, let's talk about the pros and cons. The pros include the unique 21:9 aspect ratio, great build quality, software experience is really good, the performance is again good, cameras are above average, and overall the experience feels quite good with the stock Android and promised updates. Now the downsides of the device include the low light performance of the camera needed a bit more improvement, and also the taller form factor is kind of weird at times, because not all content are available with the 21:9 aspect ratio. Only very few services offer 21:9 aspect ratio. In that aspect the device feels a bit tall for our liking, and there is also a slightly smaller capacity battery. Not a major con though, but still we would have expected slightly better battery life on this device, especially when it has a taller display. So overall, talking about the Moto One Vision, it's definitely a good device in this price segment. Good overall package. If you are looking for the new 21:9 aspect ratio along with stock Android experience, good design and build quality, it's quite a good package in this price segment Motorola has offered with the Moto One Vision. So that's the detailed review of the Moto One Vision. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. This is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.